full shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hit me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones to dodge in harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Oh my God. Yo, big up to everybody. Big up to everybody. Hold tight the 3-point collectors out there, you know, for the weekend and that. Hold tight if your team won this week. Hold tight if you just hold tight your team if they just didn't lose this weekend. Guys, smash a like, man, share and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that game is now done. Liverpool versus Manchester United. Not the result that we thought it was going to be. Not the result that the majority of our fan base, myself included, thought it was going to be. 2-2. 2-2. Amad Diallo getting that equalizer. I don't even know where really to even start. Guys, let me know your thoughts. I should even just end the stream, end the video right here. Just let me know your thoughts. Just let me know your thoughts, man. Listen, look, overall, I think I would say I felt that Manchester United deserved to win that game. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think Liverpool were that good at all in the game. You guys have heard me speak for God knows how long. How many match reactions have I done? And I said, I don't think the performance is actually all that, but we've got the victory. Or we didn't lose, Newcastle 3-3. Or we, as I say, got the victory, Southampton 3-2. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, we sneak it somewhere. You know what I mean? Arsenal 2-2. You know, Jesus Christ, it's actually quite a few. Even Brighton game as well. Don't think we deserve to win that one. Like, there's a few games that we've had, man. A few games where I felt the performance level doesn't warrant a victory. But if you get the victory, then get the victory. And then, of course, that then breeds a level of consistency because you're not going to play like that all the time. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, yeah, Liverpool play rubbish. No, we don't. Do you know what I mean? We do have good games. We do have games where I'm like, you know what, that was actually a super calm, you know, performance and, you know, whatever the case may be. And, you know, we just got through it. I don't think it was amazing. I don't think Liverpool been amazing at all this season anyway, but I just think we've been really, really consistent. But one thing I do think we have been consistent about this season is that we do have games where the performance level is not really up there where it should be, especially in a game like this, but just in a general sense, it's not really up there. But we get a victory. So there's something to be said about that in itself. But in this game, yeah, it was not there. It weren't there, man. It weren't there. Obviously, lineup, Ibu came back in. There was no Zobo. He didn't, I think he was out ill from what I heard. I could have heard wrong potentially. So apologies if so. But yeah, obviously Jones coming in. Obviously Ibu, as I say, coming back into the team. But yeah, the team I think was the same. No, I had Jota. I had Jota starting instead of Gakpo. Funny because Gakpo was the one who ended up getting the goal, and Diaz was the one who was actually, you know, really poor, you know, in the game. But yeah, this is the game. This was literally the game. Honestly, this graph right here, and you guys can see this on SofaScore. I know my big head is in the way, but you'll see this on SofaScore anyway. If you go down to the statistics tab, you'll see it there. When you scroll down, they were just on our right hand side. Obviously, we'll talk about Mr. Right back himself in a minute, but yeah, they were down that side like no man's business. And you know, I have to big up Manchester United because even before I even get into everything, you know, in terms of an overall performance, I felt, as I say, you know, Manchester United were the better team. You know, I'm going to go through a couple of players who I felt were really key, you know, for them in this game. You can see here, obviously, Bruno Fernandes getting, well, from what we can see here, the man of the match. Thought he was excellent. Diallo, excellent. Martinez, you know, excellent. Maguire, good. Ugarte, excellent. You know, Ahmad was pretty decent. I don't think it was all that, but he was pretty decent in the game. You know, that they put in such a good performance in this match. And honestly, they deserve to at least walk away, you know, with a point. And I was going to do a video on this the other day, talking about Amorim and should he change his tactics. And big up Jimbo, because me and him were chatting about this the other day. And we were talking about, you know, whether or not he should maybe potentially, if not abandon his formation and, you know, work with what he's got, or just continue, you know, what he's trying to do. And obviously I was on the side of just continue what you're doing, you know, and you'll have days like this. You'll definitely have days like this. You have days like you did against Manchester City. You know, you'll have those days, and you'll also have games where against Bournemouth, for example, it's just going to be like that at this current moment in time. I just think it's going to be like that for Manchester United. Excuse me, just because of the position that they're at this current moment in time. So listen, honestly, he outcoached Slot this, you know, today, in my personal opinion. You know, he got the structure of the team right. He got the personnel right. I mean, there was no Rashford in the squad today. Obviously, he was ill, apparently, so they say. But listen, no Rashford in the squad. Didn't miss him at all. Didn't miss him. In fact, you know what? You know where I think they could have potentially have missed him is when Højlund went 1v1 with Alisson, and should have scored, in my personal opinion. You know, maybe Rashford would have done a little bit better, because I do believe he's pretty decent at finishing. But that was probably the only time. Other than that, I think everything else was absolutely spot on. What he wanted them to do, you know, frustrate. And that's probably the most simplistic way I can put this. He just wanted to frustrate Liverpool. They were keeping possession only in their half at times for quite a bit in those first like 10, 15 minutes. Excellent. Just kill it. Because you know what the Anfield crowd are going to be on. You know what they're on. Start screaming, and that when you know what I mean, when things are going, you know, great and all that kind of stuff, that's when we're the loudest. But kill that noise all of a sudden now. Do you know what I mean? And then when we went 2-1 up after the penalty, usually teams crumble at that period of time. They did not crumble. Just keep doing what we're doing. Keep doing what we're doing. Our opportunity will come. And so said, so done. You know, Garnacho into Ahmad, boom. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, I just felt like United, Amorim, excellent. I think that was like against a team that's, you know, only lost one game in the whole season. In every single competition, Liverpool have only lost one game. To come there, get and on the run that Manchester United have been on, and the poor performances that they have been putting in, to put in that performance, you have to take your hat off to Amorim, man, 100%. This guy right here, Bruno Fernandes, El Capitan, excellent performance in that midfield. Absolutely excellent. Usually when he comes into games like this, he's very petulant. He's very, you know, just Bruno Fernandes. And the thing is, he's actually a good player. But in these games, I always think, bro, you're just like, we don't need you in this game. Like, I don't want you playing. You know what I mean? You just get overly emotional, and you act like a fan. You act like the social media fans that I'm forever going back and forth with, who are just way too emotional. And that's not good for this, because in games like this, you need to be logical. Emotion, fuck all of that. Don't need none of that. You need to be logical. You need to be smart with everything that you're doing. And I felt like he put in a very good performance, good assist for Martinez for the goal. I thought it was good in that middle of the park. I really thought he was controlling the game when he needed to, and you know, doing everything he needed to do in terms of just being a captain away at Anfield, you know, kind of thing. Diallo, my personal opinion, he was the best player on the pitch. I loved everything that he was doing. He was a creative out. The guy's he's technically a right back, right-footed player playing on that left-hand side as a wing back, attacking threat. He as well as Trent was bad, he was the reason why Trent was bad, in my personal opinion. That's the way I looked at it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because he was just off, like skinning Trent for fun. Kick it, run. Skill 1, 2, boom. Like, that was off. That was off. Trent could not live with him. It was long. It was a long day. These times, Trent's not even coming up against a tricky winger like a Leao or a Vinicius, or, you know, a Saint Maximum, or, you know, Matoma. Brother, you're coming up against Diallo, you know. And the thing is, Diallo is actually quite a technical, you know, little baller. I'll give him that. But Jesus Christ, you're coming up against Diallo, my bro. And you put in that performance? Whew. Yeah, that was a long day. But like I said, Diallo, I thought he was really, really good. And he was the one I was proper watching, and just everything he was doing, I just felt was just right. The right passes, the right movement, when to push, when to stay, when to, come inside, when to slow it down. All of that he was doing, man. Really, really, really good performance. And Ugarte in the middle of the park, breaking up play, simple passes, slowing things down, taking some control in that midfield when at times Liverpool were, we were exerting that kind of pressure that you would expect us to exert in a game at Anfield, especially in a derby like this against Manchester United. He was doing that. I don't even know or care what the stats say. I know what my eyes saw. He was fantastic in the middle of the park. And actually, let me not even go too overboard. Let me not even say he was fantastic. He was just calm. He was just calm. He didn't look phased. No, like everything was just casual for him. Like I said, the breaking up of the play, his positioning at times, when to be in the right position, when to bring a man down, when to, to step in, intercept, whatever it was, he was putting in that all action kind of midfield performance. And yeah, I just thought he was just magnificent, for Manchester United. And I think those three players were the catalyst for them to be able to get this draw. And as we saw, like I said, I don't think Liverpool deserved to get a draw, but we saw at the end there, Liverpool probably should have lost it. Whether it would have been offside, I don't know. I think I've heard that it would have been offside anyway. But listen, in all honesty, I just think that, yeah, Manchester United, they just wanted it more, in my personal opinion. Like, for me, the key bit of the game was when we went 2-1 up. That's where I said Manchester United, like, obviously with how the game transpired, that's where I said United, they deserve this, because teams crumble all the time. We will put in a stinky performance, go 2-1 up, then it's 3-1, then it's 4-1. The team might score, maybe it's 4-2, then we bag on up. It's usually one of those kind of things. It always happens. Go back, guys, and I guarantee, go back and look through some of the games where we've had stinky first halves. How many stinky first halves have we had? I think I even saw the stat come up on Sky Sport. I don't even know what it was about Liverpool in the second half in comparison to the first half. That tells you everything you need to know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it always happens. Second half, we're on fire. We're doing this. Man United did not wilter. They did not wilter at all. At all, man. So that's why I have to big them up, for their overall performance, in the game. Maguire, Martinez, Mazraoui, all of them. They were all absolutely, absolutely excellent. Now we come on to this guy. I don't even want to say too much because big up Ends, because I know Ends is doing a stream later on this evening, so you guys could obviously go and check that out and all of that kind of good stuff. But you were shit. That's probably the kindest way that I can put it. You were shit. You were actually dog shit. Like, you were. If we were to do ratings, I'll go through the players. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll go through the players anyway, and I'll kind of give like a rating or just talk about their performance anyway. You were shit. Like, I can't even think of another way to put it. That you were just actually just shit. Like, you was actually just shit. I'm trying to think. Everything you did was just shit. Everything. Like, that was such a glaringly obvious shit performance. Sometimes, yeah, like, we might get onto a player, like some people, like, whether it's online, whether it's like these match reactions, you get onto a player, but then someone will put in the comment section like, nah, but G, or nah, but remember in the 26th minute when he didn't. Trent had none of those. Like, you didn't even have that one moment where we could be like, oh, okay, yeah, but he did this though. Like, with like Salah, who'll stink it up all game and then get a goal. So you're like, oh, but he did this. He didn't even have one of those. Forget even getting, you don't need to get a goal or assist. It's just that one moment, whether it's the pass before the goal, pass before the goal, kind of thing, the pre-assist. You didn't even have one of those, bro. Your passing was shit. Your crossing was shit. Your defending was the worst set of defending I've seen since... Off the top of my head, and I can't remember every performance, it reminded me of when Rashford skinned him up in that first time I think they faced off against each other. I think that was during the LVG days. It reminded me of that. A young Trent and that, just looking like he was lost, completely lost in that. That's what it looked like to me. And it's against Diallo. And again, Diallo was excellent in my personal opinion, but bro, we're not coming up against seasoned wingers. You're coming up against a guy who's a wing back and who's supposed to be playing on the right hand side, And that was Trent, you were probably, the thing is, I'm laughing because it is peak for you. 1 minute we're saying, after the West Ham game, yo, Trent, this guy's passing, which by the way it was, passing is unreal. We have to try and keep him. If we can offer this much, surely he has to stay. Like, we need him to stay. I want him to stay. He's the best right back. He's generational. He is the number one. This week is, get this guy out of my team. Bradley came on for all of like 2 minutes, and was putting in a better defensive performance. Can you imagine that? And I even said it would have been peak for Bradley. It would have been peak for Trent if Bradley had scored the winner. It would have been peak. It would have been peak. It would have been peak if Bradley had scored the winner. I promise you. I promise you. I'm seeing on social media, and you guys will see it for yourself, and we'll probably have a chat about this in the evening. But I'm seeing people saying, bro, get Trent the fuck out of this football club. I never want to see this guy again. Rare tear, this, that, and I said, yo, Trent, bro. 1 week they love you, the next week they hate you, bro. It's peak for you. It is actually, bro, being a footballer is stress. It is, you are one bad game away from guys saying, I don't want you in the team. You can go on a free to Real Madrid. I don't give a fuck. That's what people are saying. I'm not saying that. So, bro, still keep it. But Jesus Christ, it's actually peak, man. Ali had that good save against Hoyland. Nothing else, man. Could he have done more on the goals? Maybe the Martinez one. Yeah, that one. That one, I'm a little bit shocked that that was able to squeeze in. Fantastic shot though. Really good goal. Really. That was like a Van Persie type of finish. Old school RVP. If you know, you know. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it is what it is. Robbo. I thought Robbo was dead as well. I thought he was such dead food. Yeah, Liverpool really need to upgrade on that left back position. Van Dijk. I thought it was okay. Should have scored though. He really should have scored. Kanate. I blame him more for that second goal than I do anybody else. You headed it into fucking no man's land. Like, who is you even heading it to, bro? Like, did you look around to see? Like, yeah, I blame him more for that goal than I do anybody else, to be fair. Because even after that, I just think to myself, what was anybody else? Like, I know everyone was blaming Robbo and that, but I was like, I don't know about all of that. Like these things, they're happening in quick time. I don't know. I feel like it was a bit harsh the way that people were talking about Robbo about that goal. I don't know, man. For me, Kanate starts that. It's his fault, in my personal opinion. Trent, spoke about him. McAllister, thought he was good. Gravenberch, he was okay. Jones, he was dead food. Salah, I thought he was dead. Gakpo, I thought he was okay. Diaz, dead food. And yeah, that's about it, man. That's literally about it when it comes to, Manchester United. But when it comes to Liverpool, should I say, sorry. But listen, man, we take the point and we move. Like, at the end of the day, we didn't lose the game, which is obviously important in this title race. We're still top of the league. Still got that game in hand as well. But of course, when you draw at home to Manchester United, with the way that we were all talking, like I say, myself included, but with the way that we were all talking and all that kind of stuff, obviously, bruv, it just looks bad. The optics don't look good. You know what I mean? The optics don't really look good at this current moment in time. But listen, man, it is what it is. Like I say, I think that performance for Liverpool is like a 3 out of 10. Yeah, like a 3 out of 10. I thought we were so dead. Like, I didn't enjoy any of that game at all. In terms of, just from a football perspective and a Liverpool perspective, I didn't enjoy any of that. We were dead food and did not deserve to get that. We were lucky, in my personal opinion, to get a point. Lucky. We escaped with that one. But listen, man, it is what it is. Move on to our next game. Let me know your thoughts, of course, people, in the comment section down below, please. And thank you. And I'll catch you guys for my match preview. Heck, I might even do like another video potentially in the next few days, talking about the game and talking about a couple of players. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people. And I'll catch you on the other side. Peace.